Yo, yes, my people. Yeah, man, we're back. So, part two to what I was talking about before. We're going to call it childhood traumas, So, like I was saying last time, man, are growing up in these environments, yeah? Whether it's domestic violence in your household, like, you know what, forget it. I'm not even going to, say household or whatever else because it's not nobody's fault. Do you get what I'm saying? But our own. Like, we need to stand on our decisions in life, So, we normalize violence, so to speak. And like I was saying last time, it can go one of two ways, you know? Like you can either see violence and think, all right, cool. So for me, keeping it real, yeah, from I was 6 months old, my uncle got shot and killed, yeah, in some gun violence business back in '89. So 6 months of me being old, yeah, this has happened. So now growing up, it's almost like we know Uncle Hendy got shot. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's almost like we're not blind to violence and gun crime and red. It's a funny story, because growing up, we weren't allowed to play with guns. You get me? If we had like not real guns, obviously, but like cap guns and BB guns and all them type of things, we weren't allowed that. Like my gran would go nuts. Bring a gun in the house, she'll go nuts. Never forget. Must have been young, young alphabet zoo days. No, remember if you're the '90s. If you're born in the '80s and raised in the '90s, yeah. Was you really like from the ends if you didn't have a party or someone had a party at Alphabet Zoo? You get what I'm saying? Like, let's just leave it there. But anyway, yeah. So I can't remember who it was. Someone's had a birthday party. Yeah, someone's had a birthday party when we was kids. So what I'm talking about 5, 6 years old. Yeah. So we're talking like mid-90s. Me and my cousin, we're the same age. We've gone to this fancy dress party at Alphabet Zoo, but we've gone as cowboys. You get me? So we got the cowboy hat and the holster. And my uncle got us 2 guns in the holster. Do you get me? So now we're at this party, but I never forget it because it's like when we've got in the car, we've gone to where we're going, then we've got out of the car outside Alpha, and then my man's give us the guns to put in our holster. You get me? So I'm thinking, hey, like we've been dressed for time. But anyway, in the party, whatever, we're playing, the kids, yeah, poo, I'll shoot you, all that, yeah. Then we get back. So before we gone into my grand's house, he's took the guns off us again. They make you think about it, as a 5, 6-year-old kid, it's like my man took my toy in it, so I'm looking for that, like, yo, G. You get me? So he's took them off us, and then we've gone in the house, and then he's put them on top of the bar. My gran had like a little wine bar, not wine bar, but liquor. If you know, you know, yeah. So then it's like, man, I've grew up in a household where we're not new. You get me, G? Like, no, we weren't hid from violence and gun crime and all them type of things. You get me? So then for everyone else now, like coming up, growing up, and all these type of things are going on, like man are exposed to these things from a very young age. Do you get what I'm saying? So now what we do is we grow up, and then we're bringing this into our adulthood. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, man aren't healing from their past, So it's like, I could sit here now and say, true, I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not banging. I tell you I'm not. But you see the effects of banging still haunt man till this day. Do you get one? I'm a real one, so I'll say it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll keep it all the way real with you. I'll say it. So it's like now, fast forward however many years, and you're in a relationship and all these type of things. Little things like your gal wants to go shopping. So you're out and about shopping with your gal. But now you're seeing a gang of man. So now you're back into war mode. Whether you bang it or not, like, end of the day, man are going to protect themselves by any means necessary, innit? So if you see a bag of man rolling towards you, now I'm back in road mode. You get me, G? Funny story. My first day out of jail. Yeah, first day out. I was so I've got out the pen, gone to the hostel, signed in, put my stuff in, whatever else. Yeah. Then I've gone to link my gal in a apartment. Yeah, down the road from the hostel. So we're chilling, whatever. Then it's time to go. Curfew time, you get me, G? So what's happened, man? I've ordered a taxi. Yeah? And then while we're still outside waiting for this taxi, I've seen a car pull up. So we're on like a side road, yeah? No, we're on like a road, and then the side roads off it. So where I was stood there on the roadway. First and foremost, I'd like to shout out my first sponsor, straight out of Canada, The Art of Silence. People, go check out their drip now at The Art of Silence Co. on Instagram. Again, The Art of Silence Co. on Instagram. Second of all, I'd like to shout out Scoots for showing me love and support on my movements. So yeah, people, shout out Scoots for that. Again, The Art of Silence Co. on Instagram, and you'll find us at True Blue Lifestyle on Instagram and at pt.2 19 on Instagram. Again, that's pt.2 19 on Instagram, and also True Blue Lifestyle on Instagram. For the taxi, a car's pulled up on the side road with like 4 men in it, blacked out. So I'm thinking, rah. So it stopped and looked at me. So I'm looking at them like, yo, but I'm saying to the girl, yo, cut, go back in the apartment, go back inside. So she's like, what? Like, she don't get what's going on. Now I'm walking towards this car. Like, well, if you're going to do something, do it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I'm a bad boy or nothing, but at the same time, it's like, if it's that time, it's that time. Like, if I run, you're just going to chase me down and do whatever. Now, if I front it, you might just get off. So I start walking towards this car. I'm saying to her, yo, get inside. Go and start walking towards this car now. And then everyone in the car is looking at me like I'm a weirdo. They're looking at me like, yo, what the hell's wrong with my man? And they've just spun off. So now I've gone back now, but now my adrenaline's pumping, so I'm in that zone. So I'm saying to the girl, yo, listen, you see if I say cut, do you get what I'm saying? I'm saying like, don't do that. Because now I'm getting upset because you didn't go. So if anything would have happened to you, now that's on me. Do you get what I'm saying? But then when she's talking to me, like, I seen her look in her eye and I'm thinking, like, I felt snide, like, why am I getting mad? Do you get what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. You know? You don't know what's going on. So then I explained to her, and I said, you know what? I thought it was that time. You know what I'm saying? But it weren't that. You get me, G? But then she's breaking it down to me saying, of course I'm not just going to leave you. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on anyway. But now even more, so I'm not going to leave you in if I think something's going on, if I think you're going to get hurt. You get what I'm saying? Then it just made me sit there and think to myself, you know, so you know what? Man are fucked. Man are head gone. You get me? And now, man's bringing that to her. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, I said it on the live I did with, what's her name? Yeah. Anyway, but man are coming out, yeah, and man have to like praise these girl. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like man are coming out and man are moving like we're still in pen. You get me, G? Like, I don't put hands on girl, so don't start getting all in the comments. Yo, what do you mean? Like, but certain behaviours, yeah, man's moving like man's in pen, or man's moving like man's still banging. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is kind of what I say when I say it's like man need to be healing from their past before you even try and push yourself up in somebody else's life. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just keeping it real. What do I know though? I created this platform as a safe space. So for anyone that's listening and feels the same, hit me up and we'll have the conversation. You know? But at the same time, it's like, I believe we need to be like healing as people before we push ourselves up in someone else's life or someone else's situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially if they've got kids. Now you're just bringing your institutionalized, shell-shocked, war veteran, ghetto veteran ass self into these people's lives. You get me, G? And so let's think about it like this. So now you're bringing yourself into this situation. So then, now, like I said, because remember how it all started in the first place, childhood traumas. So if your partner has got kids, or if you've got kids, and you're bringing yourself into this situation, it's just carrying on the cycle. You get what I'm saying? When you start moving like you're in the pen, these kids are seeing that. It's learnt behaviours. And like I said at the start, it's going to go one of two ways. They're either going to side with you and think, right, that's my dad. You get me? I want to be like him. It's always my mum's fault. It's always mum's fault. You get me? Because my dad's never wrong. My dad's my hero. You get me? So it's always the mum's fault. Or it could be on the flip side of it. Yo, my man's a dickhead. My man's a dickhead. If you touch my mum again, I'm going to kill him. You know? And then you start siding and protecting your mum. Then you start becoming protective of all females. I'm a sucker for a sob story. And it gets me in trouble till this day, but I can't help it. I'm telling you, I can't help it. If I see a woman going through some stuff, it's like, psh, yo, Superman, here we go. You get me? But again, like I said, this is why I created this platform, and this is why I felt like I needed to push this video out today. You get me, G? So listen, anyone that's going through it, anyone that hears what I'm saying and even triggers a thought process, hit me up. Hit me up in it on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you want. You'll have it privately. Hit me up on Insta. You get me, G? If you holler at me on the tube, everyone's going to be able to see it. But don't be afraid, man. Let's have the convo. You get me? So yeah, stay tuned. And again, like, share, subscribe, all of that. You know how the game goes. True Blue Mafia.